As a top producing team here in the Mid-South, we have our pulse on the dynamic market.
And it's more than just closing deals for us. It's way more than that. We're here to guide you through the whole real estate experience from the very beginning to the very end. We want to give you as an enjoyable real estate experience as you can possibly have with as much stress-free experience as possible. So whether it's your first time as a home buyer, or maybe you're an investor that's wanting to add to your investment portfolio, we're dedicated to help you find that perfect solution for your unique needs.
So if you're ready to call this place home, move here to the Mid-South, we're ready to help you find your place in this unique area. So call us at 901-716-1672. In case you missed that, it's 901-716-1672. Hey, I'm Jennifer, and I'm here with Jeff, the love of my life, getting to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is family reunion. No, it's not kinfolk and getting together with our relatives.
Although we do love our kinfolks, in case you're watching.
But this is about an event that we get to go to annually. It's probably one of the highlights of the year for us. And so,
what is it called?
It's called Family Reunion. Believe it or not, and we're not reunion with family, but I guess that's the whole concept. I mean, I find it a big privilege to be a part of Keller Williams organization. I really do think we have the best company. All right, hey guys, good morning. It's morning for us and about lunchtime for you guys, but we're about to go into the big session, and we hope you're getting ready to watch the big session. Learn a lot, right?
We are learning a lot. We do, and it's at the family reunion when we are exposed to just how much the company does far beyond just real estate, like things like getting involved with the fires out in California or the floods over in the Carolinas, and it's a big, good, huge company. And when we all get together for the family reunion, there are agents coming in from everywhere, all over the country and the world, for that matter. Runs about usually there's anywhere from 20 to 25,000 agents there from all over everywhere.
I know, and you asked me what is it, and I said family reunion. I called the title, but really, like, what is it? If I'm a buyer seller and I'm going, well, why did the gurus go to that? What is it?
I think it serves several purposes. One is it's just a big business conference. It's all about real estate, what's going on in the markets. There's education upon education upon education there. We get the opportunity to grow and deepen and learn more as agents. So it's just a big annual business conference where the whole company comes together at one time under one roof.
And it's our biggest event of the year.
It's huge.
So people, they come worldwide. Our worldwide teams come. We learn about all kinds of stuff like past markets, how they look in the present markets, what's the present market look against the past markets, and the future markets, what are the future markets going to look like? So we get to see a lot of that in this training, this business training. And what I find most fun about it is because I like to travel, yeah, and you don't like to get on the tube, is what you call it. It's always in different locations, and this past conference was in Las Vegas, and so
which is a great place. I mean, it got conference centers large enough to handle the crowd and that sort of thing. It's convenient. Food's outrageously expensive, but
it makes the Mid-South look like we are grateful to be here and buy chicken sandwich. Yes. I have to share this one example of one of our meals, and you can share one if you want, but this one I find most fascinating. We had been in training all day, and so it was late, so it was like 7:45 when we finished that night in Vegas, which made it 9:45 here. And you wouldn't think it's that big of a time change difference, but it is physically on the body, so we're worn out. You said, we're going to get something quick, and we're going back to room, that's it. So we stopped at basically a chicken joint, and we got 2 chicken sandwiches. You got a grilled chicken sandwich. No, I got a grilled chicken sandwich. You got a fried chicken sandwich. French fries, tater tots, and 2 drinks. And what do you think the total was? You got it, $62. I was like, whoa, I can't live here, because you can go to Wendy's and get their value menu meal and have 3 times that. Really, I looked at him and I said, I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but because this is one of our favorite places to eat, I said we could have eaten at Waffle House 3 times this week for what we just ate this one time. So all that to say, Vegas is fun. May not always be in the budget, but that's why we like family reunion because it takes us to different places, different cultures, different cities to experience it. But I think it might be important for them to know like who goes to these things.
Well, agents of all categories. Obviously, it's a KW sponsored event. The majority of the agents that are going to be there will be KW agents. But KW's culture is very open, and we may have agents from other brokerages that are there as guests or whatever. But it's going to be predominantly agents from all over the world that are KW agents come in and converge on that one location. And the overwhelming majority, 90% of us are there to learn. As Jennifer was saying, it's education on every aspect of real estate that you can possibly imagine. And then one of the greatest benefits is you have large gatherings where we all come together and learn about the market. But then they have oodles and oodles of breakout sessions. Usually 60 or 70 breakout sessions per hour that we can go to. And in that environment, you get to hear the top of the top.
Yeah, I think that's what's most exciting. And when we say top of the tops, like these are agents who are selling 1 billion in volume annually in a
They're
month.
doing, some of them are doing 800-900 transactions a year, closed transactions a year. I mean, it's just,
And tops are doing 5 and 6 thousand units a year. It's like crazy to
mhm.
think that that's what you sit with. And what I find most phenomenal is those same agents don't mind sharing with us what they learn, how they help
Well,
people.
literally, that's what the breakout session is. They'll have a breakout session on how to do great open houses, and we go and sit and listen to 4 or 5 agents from around the country that are doing that at a very high level. And they're basically opening up their treasure chest and saying, if you want a successful open house, this is what we're doing, and it's working for us. So it's just a way to really let iron sharpen iron. It's an opportunity for us to sit at the feet of some of the best in the business, and they say, "Here's what we're doing. You know, take this and use it if you can."
Well, and one other group of people are there. So Gary is really that's the owner of our company. Gary's really passionate about finding truth from other industries and motivation. So we have a lot of keynote speakers, authors of books, that kind of thing, and we had some really good ones that were there.
Excellent.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I had some aha moments. I actually sat and cried in front of 15,000 people when they're walking through some of these emotional aspects of business and life and how you live life and do it to its fullest. So let me ask you another question since we talked about where it was or what it is and who's there. Why do we go? Who cares why we go, right?
Just to get away. No,
Just to get away, have a good
yeah,
time, right?
a tax write-off.
No.
Because from the very beginning, when we started the Home Gurus, we were all about. In fact, that's why we Gurus is in the name of our team. Is we want to be a guru of real estate. We want to be one who's very knowledgeable, one who understands, who's got a keen learning on the subject, and so it is an opportunity. We want to be the best that we can possibly be in this industry, and this is an opportunity for us to go and sit and learn from people that have achieved that type of success and achieved that high level of performance. And so, I would say this: one of the reasons why we go is to deepen our will, so that we get that training, we get that base of knowledge, so that we can come back and impart that to our clients and our customers and our friends, our team members, so that we get to share that knowledge with them as well.
And our clients, so they get that knowledge. But we talked about the training and the knowledge. I like to go because it's the motivation too. So the motivation, our mission is to empower people. We do it through the disguise of real estate. And with that, it brings us the motivation that we need to come back and help you guys get what you need. How do we navigate the markets?
Well, and one of the format of this thing is usually about what, 4 days, I guess.
4 or 5 days, yeah.
long. And the form, and it's long days. It starts about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and goes to about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But the format of it is the first half of the day, Gary Keller and his staff um, um, spend half a day talking about the current market, what's going on, what's happened over the last, say, 12 months, last several years, what's going on in today's market, and what their prediction of what the future market's going to be. And some of that information is just, well, I'd say all of it is just priceless because um, Gary's fortunate enough to be able to have on his staff an economist that does nothing but studies the industry.
And he's brilliant too.
Super
Yeah,
smart.
he's very
And
brilliant.
that knowledge they transfer on to us, which then we in turn can bring back to our team, help our team be better understanding of what's going on, which translates into taking it to our clients. Our whole goal as a team is to bring you the best service that we possibly can. And it's through this event that really, really deepens our well for you.
Yeah, and with that motivation, the knowledge, the things that we're learning, it's important because when we bring it back to our clients, we're ahead of the market.
Mhm.
Because these people, these teams, these businesses that are selling in these markets and maximizing their open houses and maximizing their marketing, like they teach us those things, right? So, and I know I just kind of answered that question, but just if we're going to wrap it all up, how does this really help our buyer and our sellers, as just a couple points?
Well, we bring it right back to the streets. The information that we learned, if it's on how to do a better open house, and we're exposed to those techniques that has helped this agent get to be top of the top in it, we have the opportunity to bring that back and employ it in our environment, in our culture, in our market here. Um, it translates the information that we learn. We go for really one purpose, and that's it. That's to translate it and bring it to the streets and bring it to our clients, right into your living room. And when you're ready to sell your home, we want to be the best that we can be to get that job done for you. Or you're looking for a home, we want to be the best buyer's agent we can be. And so that knowledge transfers right down to that very moment.
Yes, and we've got the skills because they taught us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean, we could go on about this subject forever. It's one of my favorites, but I thank you for talking with me about it.
Well, here's the summation of it for me. I do this really for you. I want to be the best realtor that I could possibly be. I know Jennifer does. Our team does. Again, we call ourselves the gurus for that reason. We want to be the best that we can be. And this is just one of the key tools that we get to experience that helps us accomplish that.
My most pivotal moment, the favorite thing, I guess, or the life changing thing for me was in one of the keynote speakers when I looked at um, my life in 5 years. It was an exercise we went through, and I realized 5 years may seem very far for some people, but 5 years is coming to the end of the road for us. And so it was like, oh, I really want to do something different. And translating that to my clients would be like, what's holding you back from your dreams of home ownership or wealth building or investing? I mean, so it was a very key moment for me. That's where I cried tears.
Most favorite moments really is not something that was transferable. It was the testimony of a gentleman. I was in one of the breakout sessions that was incredibly rich, and he was one of the four panelists that was kind of leading the discussion of this particular topic. And it was actually on negotiations and how to formulate good negotiation strategies and all that. But one of the panelists just stopped the whole breakout session to say, I need to say something to everybody in this room and also to others in the company that maybe will hear this. And he was one of the hurricane victims out of the Carolinas. And he said that he just had to say this, that he woke up, had lost everything, nowhere to stay, everything was demolished, wasn't sure what he was going to do, and totally at a loss. And he said he looks up and he sees a big red truck with a big white trailer, and it said, KW Cares. And he said that before FEMA, before the politicians, before any local authorities, before they had any help whatsoever, KW Cares showed up and had generators and food and water and clothing, and a ray of hope was the first time he'd had a ray of hope since the tragedy. And that's what that was a crowning moment of that conference to me. Is just that's a reflection of the nature of KW and the type of company that we've married up with, and probably the highlight moment for me.
That's why we love red.
Yeah, he loved the red.
I think out of all the things that I learned for 2025, what I'm looking forward to is knowing they don't expect a lot of changes as far as interest rates. They don't look for a plethora of inventory to saturate the market. So business is not going to change a whole lot this year. And I think what was exciting about that is we've navigated 2024 with that. We've brought our sellers the highest prices. Our buyers have gotten the best deals. And I think knowing that, we have a clear path on how to help our clients this year.
And with the challenges that this market has, with the interest rates, with the lack of inventory, that's what puts the value on us getting exposed to that type of training even higher. Because with the market like it is, we just learned from some of the best in the business that's doing, just thousands of transactions every year, and we get the chance to listen and learn from them and bring that to our market to help our buyers and sellers see that same kind of success.